Morning, you lot. How's it going? Hope you're all good. It's a bit nippy this morning. A little bit nippier than usual than what it has been. 9 degrees. Oh, we'd love it, 9 degrees. Christmas is only just around the corner. Halloween is before Christmas. I'd love it. Don't really celebrate Halloween. I don't really agree with the begging. What's it called? Trick-or-treating. Don't really agree with trick-or-treating. I think it's going around begging for stuff. Isn't it weird? You always say to your kids, don't take sweets from strangers. But then at Halloween we go, that's alright, just go around to as many strangers' houses as you want, knock on the door and ask for sweets. I just don't understand it. I just don't get it. Humans, completely just bonkers. Anyway, got ourselves today, lovely, we've got the Octane. It's dry. It's been raining all week, but today is, what day is it? It's a Sunday today, and it didn't rain yesterday and it hasn't rained last night, so everything is dry. So I thought to myself, let's get the Octane, give it a good old drive and see if we can get it to run reasonable, because everyone seems to say, I had an Octane, it never ran right. People always say they don't run right. They don't run right? They don't run right. So I thought to myself, I'm going to set it as my mission. My mission is to get that running quite, I can't bloody speak today. To get that running quite well. That's what my mission is. Had it running at home, and it ticks over and revs okay, but as for driving, I don't know yet. We'll sort that out. But it's quite cold today. The last time I ran this, it was about 25, 26 degrees Celsius, so it's now 9. So it'll probably be a bit different. But anyway, let's get things going. I've got the other car as well. I've got a Hyper 7 in the car, in the car. Hyper 7 car in the car. So I'm going to run that later on as well. Right, let's get your bits and bobs going. I have brung the GoPro, but it's not very healthy, you know what I mean? That bloody battery. I think it overheats. It's a GoPro 3. I've had it for bloody donkey's years since they bring out the GoPro 3, and I think it just overheats. I think the battery's at it and all that stuff. So, but I have brung it, so I will stick it on my head, and we'll see what we can do with that. Got a nice, bring the Futaba. That's what I've got it on, the Futaba. Love it, man, love it. God. You know when you just wake up in the morning and you take a breath and you go, it's going to be a good day. That was me this morning. Right, there we go. Let's get set up, shall we? By the way, some of you lot need to wind your neck in a little bit about bloody seatbelts. I've had numerous comments about, you should put your seatbelt on. You should for fuck's sake, put your seatbelt on. Listen, look where I am, right? Look where I am. This, not only is it an industrial estate, there's many car parks, and quite often when I feel like it, some days I don't, some days I just literally just drive in. I've already got in my head what car park I'm going to pick. I can pick, there's loads of car parks to pick from. Look, there's another one over there. Look, another car park working over there, there's one, there's another one just down that road down there. There's car parks everywhere, and they're all roughly the same, just different layouts, and some of them have better drainage than others, so some have more puddles than others. Some are a bit more rougher, some are more smoother, some are a bit more worn out, you know what I mean? Some days I'm not bothered about that, I just go straight in, poof, there we go. But some days I drive around, right? I get out, I have a walk along and I go, yep, might like this one. Then I get back in the car and drive to the next one. They're all close. So no, I'm not going to put the bloody seatbelt on just to drive for 10 seconds and get out again. You know, you might be one of those geeks, goody two-shoes that puts your seatbelt on to drive 20 centimetres to the end of your driveway or whatever. I don't know, but I'm not. Don't get me wrong, I'm a big advocate for seatbelts when it comes to driving on the road. Not because of the law. I don't give an uncle's monkey that the law says you should put a seatbelt on. Seatbelts are important because they're safety. They're good. You know what I mean? I won't pick anyone up in my car. There's certain members of my family that I won't have in my car because they don't wear seatbelts, and I will not have them in my car because I just don't agree with not wearing a seatbelt on the road. When it comes to little car parks like this, I don't give an uncle's monkey. I'm driving few feet, do you know what I mean? I'm not going to, and there's no cars around. Who's going to crash into me? What am I going to crash into that's going to cause me to go through the windscreen? Absolutely nothing. So, there we go. Bit of a long thing about seatbelts, but I do feel strongly about it. And I do feel a bit when people go over the top. Bloody put your seatbelt on. Oh, I tell you. No, I'm only joking. I'm serious, but I'm joking at the same time. I think you not know me well enough by now that I am serious about it, but I am joking at the same time, for goodness sake. Right, let's see. Turn on the old transmitter. That one's on. Turn that one on. It's got steering. Happy days. Oh man, I could never be happier. Ooh, here we go. It's actually going to be the first run with the core in a new location as well. That'd be good. Oh, the ball starts around that way. Alright, a little bit of a primage. Prime for a good time, as the old Petrol used to say. I'll put that up there like that. There we go. There we go. Bit awkward days. I should explain. I've got a dodgy shoulder. Didn't want to say anything. I can't really pull it with my left hand. I've got to put it with the right because I'm bloody right-handed. It's pretty hard. That don't seem like a carburetor problem. The way that's turning off seems like a ignition problem to me. The way it just stops. Yeah, it definitely sounds like an ignition problem, not a fueling or carburation problem. Just the way that it runs and it just stops, as if the spark stops. Let's see. 100% that is a spark problem. I'll have to get another plug for it. Tell you what I'll do, because a new coil, those wires have already been kinked on the coil, and I've said about it before, but there's got two thinner wires. You've got the HT lead, I'm not worried about that. That might be the problem, I'm not worried about that. The other two, you've got the timing wire for the crank timing to make sure that it's timed right, and then you've got the power cable wire coming in from the battery. Those two have been kinked right at the coil, and I reckon that they're damaged, because as soon as it gets vibration it just stops the spark. I'm extremely certain that the problem is spark, ignition related, not carburation, because just listen to it, I'm going to keep trying it, but listen to it, the way that it starts and runs and it just boom, just falls off a cliff. That to me sounds and looks like an ignition problem, not a fueling problem. I know a lot of you are going to say the carburetor, tune it, clean it, blah blah blah. I don't think that is the problem. Well, we'll find out, of course, because I am going to get to the root of the problem, but I'm saying now that it's ignition. Yeah, that is textbook breaking up, either a breaking up coil or loose broken wires. That's textbook, because as soon as the vibration of the engine, it comes loose, doesn't make a connection, drops off a cliff. The vibrations stop, makes little connections, enough to run briefly. Been there too many times. Yeah, 100%. Either that or it's the plug. It might be the plug. Before I buy a new coil, I'm going to buy a new plug and put a plug in it, because it might be that. Like that, didn't it? I'm going to buy a new plug, and it works. Ah, it heard me say that. Yeah, don't know. Let's now we've got it to run a little bit. Let's just see if I can run it enough to adjust that carburetor enough where it'll actually, because that was full throttle. What I was doing there was full throttle. Let's see if we can get it to run long enough so I can adjust it and get a little bit of power out of it. It might work, it might not. We'll find out. Come on, man. It's enough work when you've got a sprained shoulder. Right, my hypothesis for this is we have definitely got coil problems, or spark plug. We've got problems. My shoulder's killing me now, Jesus. Probably shouldn't have done that. I haven't actually got any proper damage on my shoulder, but the other day I don't know what I'd done really. I got up out of the chair, put my hand on the arm of the chair and pushed a little bit, and all of a sudden my shoulder just went, and it's alright in day-to-dayness, but if I put any like that, it bloody hurts there. Now when there's no power in it, no power. Anyway, that's enough of that. Yeah, 100%. It's there's some kind of issue going on, and the wires that I'm talking about, those wires there, look, that one, that's the electric, and that's the timing. Is it? Yeah, that one's the timing, that one's the power. And now one of them or both of them are the culprit. They've definitely been kinked when they were rammed inside that box, and I reckon that they're loose. I suppose we could quickly just check these connectors here, look. Make sure they're tight and together, which it feels like they would never loose. But anyway, it doesn't matter whether it's that wire or not. I think we've definitely got an issue. But as I say, I'm repeating myself again. I'll go and get a new plug. We'll stick a new plug in it, because a lot of the time that can be a symptom of a plug as well, if you've got a dodgy plug breaking up or whatever. So we'll get a plug, stick it in. If there's no improvement, I'll have to save up and get a coil at about 137 quid in wheel spin models. So we should do that. Airplane. Some kind of helicopter. Search and rescue. Going somewhere. I love airplanes, love helicopters. If I ever become wealthy enough, I'm going to get an airplane myself and get all the relevant licenses. Probably going to get an helicopter as well. But before I do any of that, I've got to become wealthy enough to buy a bit of land to make an RC track. Anyway, I've got an urge. I want to have one more go. We'll try and fire up one more time. And if there's no go, we call it a day. Does that sound like a plan? No go, call it a day, get a plug, come back, try again. Right, we'll do that. No point in keep trying. That's the plan then. New plug, try again, no change, coil. Happy days. Happy days. Happy days, you lot. I think it's a unique design from HPI, but it's quite a daft one. I don't know why they couldn't just put an engine on it that had, you know, all the points and everything all in one. I don't know why they decided to. I know it's a modified plane engine. It's interesting they picked that. Made it a little bit strange, but it's a good It's a good truck. So we'll do that. It might well be the carburetor. I might be completely wrong. But it's just the way that it sounds and feeling to me says ignition. But we'll work it out. I bring this Hyper 7 with me as well. So I'm going to run that next. It'll be a separate video. So if you want to see that, stick around. Because that'll be in the next couple of days. Lovely Hyper 7. Good one, that one. It's got an OS carb on it because I broke the other one. It's going to be its second run, and it's going to run like a dream. So thanks for watching, you lot. All the best. Stay good to yourself and to others. Treat people nicely, and I'll see you on the next one. Probably when it's going to be a little bit colder. Man, we're going to be back out here at Christmas again, like we were last year and the year before and the year before that. Going to have loads of will it runs, I reckon, this winter. I can feel it. I'm going to be going on that eBay, and there's going to be will it runs all over the place. Mad. Let's just pile them up. No, let's not pile them up. I don't want to pile them up. I've just made space. I don't want to pile them up. Thank you. See you later. Cheerio.